Good evening. Good evening, dear friends. Tonight, I want to just talk to you about something very, very simple. Very simple. A very interesting Q&A, a chance for us to speak, and for me to ask you questions. I'm going to do a voir dire, or voir dire, as we call it in Florida. Voir dire, VOIRDIRE, means to say, or to speak the truth. That's what it means. And it is I who will be conducting some questions of you. And it will demystify tremendously this trial that is going on involving President Trump. And what I'm hearing from people is trying their best just to keep something going. Just say something. Have some excuse, juror. What do you think? Well, I don't know if I can be a fair juror. Really? You don't think you can be a fair juror, huh? What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? You can't be a fair juror? You can't be a fair juror. You can't answer yes or no whether the state proves something because what, you hate Trump so much? What's the matter with you? You're a disgusting human being if you can't put aside your bias. So you're going to lie? You're going to send a man to what? To prison because you don't like him? Is that what you're saying? That's what you're saying. See, that's what these people are saying. That's what they're saying. Well, I'm biased. So you're not going to follow the law? Is that what you're saying? So you don't follow the law if you're biased? What the hell's the matter with you people? This is the part I don't understand. I don't get it. Why do they say things like that? They're disgusting. Of course I can follow the law. I don't give a damn who it is. What's the issue? What's the issue? It's that simple. So get ready, my friends. We got a big night to talk about. It's cold and dark and dank and dreary. It's 47 degrees here in New York City. And it is just brutal. But I'm here with you. So you sit back and you enjoy it because tonight, my friends, we're going to have some fun. Some kind of fun. You understand what I'm saying? And I mean that. I mean that sincerely. So please make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos and all that stuff, which is so critical. And make sure also, dear friends, that you pay attention to what really needs to be said. Now, before we begin, I want to say something very, very important about our dear sponsor at preparewithlionel.com. It's that simple. You can save $50 from a 4-week emergency food kit. That's it. That's it. I don't know how to say it any other way than that. It's so obvious. It makes so much freaking sense. Look at this stuff. Imagine trying to create that on a regular basis over, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Here's the deal right now. If this can't entice you, I don't know what does. 4-week emergency supply kit. That's just a month. Look at that. 16 varieties, up to 25 years shelf life. Breakfast, lunches, dinners, snacks, you name it. Packed into 2 rugged, water-resistant buckets. They're like ammo buckets. They're ready to go and they're tough. 2,000 calories a day. And one of these days, you're going to say, thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you. This is not insurance. You know you're going to need this. I don't know how to tell you. And this Prepare with Lionel is the best. So do yourself a favor, my friends. You go to preparewithlionel.com, preparewithlionel.com. Do it. You'll be so glad you did. You know I'm right. You know I'm absolutely right. You know I'm telling you the truth. Okay. Let me ask you a question. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to imagine, dear friends, that you are sitting in and that there is a Nazi on trial. A Nazi. A Nazi. That's not the one I want. That's the one I want. You're sitting in judgment of a Nazi, a bona fide World War II, not some, this is a hypothetical, not some Aryan nation guy, but a real bona fide German SS badass. I don't know how old he is, but he's a Nazi and he's bad. Okay. And he's on trial for something. And you hate Nazis, and I hate Nazis, and I can't stand Nazis. All right? You got it? Okay. But in this particular case, he's on trial, and we get stuck. We're going to be on that jury. Okay? We're on that jury. And this son of a bitch is sitting there, and all of a sudden, you sit there and you realize, wait a minute. What the hell's going on here? What the hell is going on here? Look at this. I like this. JT says, I prepped with Lionel. Well, thank you. I like that. Thank you. I'm glad you prepped with me. But let's assume you, JT, or whoever, you're sitting there. And lo and behold, the defense lawyer says, excuse me, did anybody, let's say there's I don't know what the particular case is, but did anybody pick this man out? Oh, no, you're right. Did anybody pick him out during this trial here? He's a Nazi. He's a bad guy. You can't stand him. But he's on trial for something else. And nobody can pick him out. Nobody. Not one person put him at the scene of the crime. But you know he's a bad guy. And he did terrible things in the past. But in this trial, this case, this charge, he's not, would you say, the hell with that? I'm going to find him guilty. Would you? Would you say, I'm going to find him guilty? Why? Because I'm biased. Yeah, but you're violating your law. Now, how am I law? My oath. This guy's a Nazi. He's a Nazi, and I'm gonna find him guilty. Period. End of discussion. Would you do that? I wouldn't. I'd say he's not guilty. What difference would I'm biased or not? Did you put the case on? Yeah. No. I'll tell you when the bias may come in. I'll tell you when the bias may come in. Let's say there's a case involving a father who finds out that somebody molested his daughter, and the father whacks this guy, takes him out. I'm telling you right now, I'm smelling nullification, not guilty. I'm biased. I do that in a heartbeat. Oh, I'd violate my oath. Oh, yeah. I don't care what they do. Yeah, they put in the evidence. But you know what? I'd have some reason. I have a reasonable doubt as to intent or whatever it is. Oh, yeah. I would definitely do this. But to find somebody not guilty, what difference does it make? I don't care who it is. If Elon Musk if Hillary Clinton's on trial for shoplifting, you had son of it. And you realize there's nobody who can put her at the scene. There's nobody who can. I can't find her guilty. I can't find her guilty. Even though I don't like her, even though I'm biased, even though she's a terrible person, even though she's responsible for everything from Benghazi to you name it I'm sorry. Why is this such a big deal? Who were these people? Who were these miserable people who say, I don't know, I'm biased? You know what? Turn in your voter card, an American citizen, and get the hell out of here. What's the matter with you? What kind of a deranged person are you? You can't find on behalf of the law? I don't understand this. I don't get any of it. I don't get any of it. None of it. By the way, I got a special video coming up at 8:30 or something. Lionel members have a preview of it. It's pretty funny. I think it's funny. I don't know if anybody, some people may not get it. So all this talk about jurors and whatever, you can hate them all you want. Now, the question is, what I'm trying to tell you, what is count one? What do you find? Okay, I'm the juror, okay? I'm the foreperson. I love it the way they do it in New York. Whoever's the first one picked, you're the foreperson. That's it. You're the foreperson. What? You're the foreman or the foreperson. Ladies and gentlemen, Christo Stafford, the Honeyman says, Trump, all I can say is I love yous. Lionel, help. I don't know what that means, but thank you, my friend. See, there you go. There you go, Christos. Apparently, they cleared the decks for you, my friend. Apparently, they cleared the decks. Okay, I'm going to pick Christos. He's our man. If he can't do it, nobody can. Christos, you're the foreperson, and we're going to go to count one. And I'm going to say, okay, folks, let's all vote. Everybody want to vote? Okay. Did the prosecution prove, one, that the defendant, oh, that's him. I think we know that's President Trump, yeah. In the county of New York, we have any doubt about that? Now, if there's a reasonable doubt as to where this took place, you can say, you know what, I don't know if it was a gun. It might have been Queens. This has got to be, did the prosecution prove, beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt, that the events took place in New York, Manhattan, and elsewhere? I don't even know what the hell that means. How about on or about February 14th? Are you sure about that? Did he prove beyond a reasonable doubt? Yeah, I think so. Okay. The defendant with the intent to defraud and intent to commit another crime. And aid and conceal the commission thereof. Wait a minute, hold on. So did they prove that Trump intended to defraud, intended to commit another crime, and aid and conceal the commission thereof? I don't even know what that means. You know what I say that is? Not guilty. Right. I don't know what that means. Do I have a reasonable doubt? Yeah. I do. Of what? Of what the hell the charge is. I don't even know. I don't know. Did Trump intentionally cause a false entry in the business records of an enterprise, to wit, an invoice from Michael Cohen dated February the 14th, marked as a record? Was that fraudulent? Do we know why that was done? They put it. No, not guilty. Not that one. I've got a reasonable doubt of count one. What was the evidence of any kind of fraud? Who did it? Did Trump do this? Did the accountant do this? Who did this? That's the way I would do it. Oh, I'd be a great foreperson. Go down the list. Go down the list. Lori Cuck says, I also love you, Elle. Look at this. This is beautiful as what? Thank you, Lori. That's my not guilty right there. First of all, yeah, excuse me. Yeah, I have a reasonable doubt as to what the hell this charge is. I have a reasonable doubt as to the defraud and the intent to commit. Do you have any? Read this. I didn't come up with this piece of shit. They did. Listen to this. President Trump, with the intent to defraud and the intent to commit another crime and aid and conceal the commission thereof. Wait a minute. Do you have any doubt that he intended to defraud and intended to commit another crime? Do we know what that is? I don't know what it is. And do we have any reasonable doubt that he tried aid and conceal the commission? I don't even think he knew about it. Where is the aiding? It says and. You know what and means in law? It means and. Or is a different story. This is called statutory construction. How you read statutes. Shall, will, may. You may do it. You may, you shall. Shall is you will. That's count one. So I hereby say that I'm telling you right now, number one, I have a reasonable doubt as to what the hell this charge is. Number two, I have a reasonable doubt that he had the intent to defraud. Number three, I had the reasonable doubt as to whether he intended to commit another crime. And I have reasonable doubt as to whether he aided and concealed the commission thereof. And number four or five, whatever it is, I have reasonable doubt as to whether he entered a false entry in the business. Did he do that? Did Trump do that? I don't know if Trump did that. He might have said, yeah, pay Stinky Daniels, whatever it is. The hell with her. Pay her. And that's it. You think Trump says, now listen, give me the ledger. Okay, Cohen, make sure you put it in the general ledger voucher, not as a voucher. Make sure. You think Trump, you think seriously. He's here, right there. Just pay her. It's not guilty. It's not guilty. Yeah, but he intended to keep the facts of the case involving Stormy Dan. Excuse me. I don't have any evidence of that. All I know is this is bullshit and this is not guilty. Lori Cook said, tornado sirens going off here in Greenville, Illinois. And I think we know why that is. I think we know why that is. Because you're in town, Missy. Because you're in town. Because with a heart as big as yours, people get the wrong impression. And no, I don't know what the hell that means either. That's my vote. Not guilty. Did I think Trump paid that bitch off to whatever? But that's not what he's charged with. You're talking about something else. Yeah, he went around and he screwed around his wife in the McDougal because his wife was pregnant with Barron and he's stooping her up. But that's not what he's charged with. Anybody want to go to count 2? I'm probably going to be just like count 1 because you gave me a lot of stuff. You said and. No. If there's one reasonable doubt as to 1, the whole case goes on because you said and. And if 1 fails, they all fail. See how this works? What are we talking about? What's the big deal here? It's a stupid charge. It's a stupid charge. I like stuff that's easy. Battery. The intentional touching, the impermissible touching of another against their will. Did you touch him? Yeah. Hey, lady, did you consent to it? Hell no, he broke my nose. That's it. End of discussion. Christos Stavros says, I shall admit that this is a reasonable doubt, that this is a political persecution. BS. No evidence. It's, as we call it, skata. Okay? You understand that? So that's what you're going to say to your friends. Remember what I told you. You're going to tell all those miserable friends of yours, did you read the indictment? Did you read the indictment? No. Do you know what he's even being charged with? No. What the hell are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about then? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Do you understand what this case is about? No, you don't. Well, why are you giving us your opinion about it? I love to have this where we're having ex-U.S. Attorney Gladys Lipschitz. We have Professor of Law. Excuse me. Yeah, thank you very much. Save some money. Give me the indictment. Hold on there, Professor. Count number 1. That's it. I can tell you right now. And with the intent, and to defraud, and conspire, and any evidence. You do it again? I don't think you really grasp what I'm saying. I think you do. Any evidence that he intended to defraud? No. Any evidence that he intended to commit another crime? I don't know. And aid and conceal the commission of the other crime. What are you doing, Don? I'm trying to keep you from finding out about the other crime. What other crime? I don't know, but I'm trying. How did you do that? Is there any evidence? He went to Cohen and said, let me tell you something, Cohen. You tell anybody about this? Hell, he's telling here, do this, sign the NDA. Did you any evidence that he caused and intent to defraud and intent to commit another crime and aid and conceal the commission thereof, made and caused a false entry? Boom, 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 boom. That's count 1. False entry, concealing it. One of those falls, the whole case falls. It's a piece of shit. Pardon my French, but I don't know how to say this in any other way. It's garbage. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I don't care whether you like Donald Trump. I may not be crazy too, but that's not the issue. Dr. Lipschitz, yes. Can I show you something? Yes. This is an X-ray. Would you look at this? You're a radiologist. I sure am. Look at this. It's okay. Is it broken? No. You know whose leg that is? No. That's Mussolini. What? It's a long story. Look at it again. No, it's not. I said it's Mussolini's. What difference does it make? Look at it. I'm looking at it. There's no fracture. Not guilty of having a broken leg. Oh, so you like Mussolini? Excuse me. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'm a radiologist. You asked me a simple question. I'm telling you the truth. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. If Hillary Clinton were charged, I'm saying, what do we? If there were evidence that Hillary Clinton, remember Hannity, bleach bit, bleach bit, bleach bit, bleach bit. Oh my God, he kept saying bleach bit. Say, shut up with the bleach bit. Shut up. But if I'm in the trial, I'm saying, excuse me, does anybody have any evidence that Hillary Clinton did this? Yeah, she told me to do this. What? Yeah, she, okay, well, there you go. As opposed to, did Hillary Clinton tell you? No. Well, why'd you smash up the server? Well, I thought she told us. Wait a minute. You thought she did? Not guilty. It's simple. I don't understand what all this is. Well, are you biased? I may not want to shake her hand. I guess I'm biased, but I'm not an idiot when it comes to this. There's a guy in New York. He's the Gilgo Beach murderer. They always give him a name already. Gilgo Beach. Jesus, how about the duck sauce murderer? That's the worst. Night Stalker, Hillside Strangler, the Boston Strangler. Wow. The Manasseh Mauler. Well, it's Jack Dempsey, but this one guy orders Chinese food. The guy doesn't bring duck sauce, and they kill this poor delivery guy. He's called the Duck Sauce Murderer. What a terrible name. Well, there's this Gilgo guy, and it's like, I don't know the first thing about it. They found all this stuff, and he's a creepy guy, and they found stuff. It's like, okay. Now I'm telling you right now, he probably is the Gilgo murderer. I hate to break it to you, but put your money on it. Now, can you prove it? I got no problem with that. Can you prove it? I know he is, because I'm not a detective. A juror is not a detective. we're not trying to figure out what happens. I'm telling you, I'm like the radiologist. I hold up the x-ray. Broken, not broken, whatever it is. That's it. That's what a juror does. So all this nonsense about, well, we're talking aside and this, and we got two lawyers on there. And I heard this, oh God, this guy, well, this one consultant on some shows, well, it depends what kind of lawyer they are. Well, if one guy is a public defender and one guy is a white collar lawyer, I think that might show different. No, it doesn't mean anything. They're going to be, I don't care if you're a housewife, whatever that is today. Do we even have housewives? Probably not. This is such nonsense. They're just trying to just stretch this thing out. Oh, and he fell asleep. Watch my video at 8:00. You've got one huge pair of elephantine huevos, my friend. Some curione that, like bowling balls, for you to suggest that he nods off for a second. Oh, for God's sake. Over time went to Mrs. L brings it up. We had a bunch of our friends. We went to the Constitution Center in Philly. It's very nice. It's a beautiful place. And they had this little, I don't know what the hell it was, some little, like a play before. And I'm in this thing. And I don't know. They turned the lights off and I'm out. I don't know why. It wasn't boring. I just was tired. I closed my eyes. I went to, what do you think I am, senile? Is that what you're trying to say? You've got Biden wearing Depends, for the love of God, and this guy's walking out saying, "Oh God!" Huh. Watch my video at 8:00 when I drop. Watch it, and you dare do this about Trump? Well, he fell asleep. What, did he fall? Did he pass out? No. Did he have drool coming out? Was he snoring? No. Well, what's it to you? I can't believe it. So this goes to show you, this is why I hate these people. I hate these people. I hate the media. They've got nothing to say. They're unimaginative. Their news directors suck. The producers suck. And if I hear one more story about this stupid NPR lady, who cares about NPR? It's nonsense. It's rigged. We don't care about this. Well, she's in a DEI. So what? It's NPR. Nobody cares. Who cares? The fact that it receives any tax money is another story. I heard this morning. I'm walking and I hear in the background because I just checked it, the thing, and that, oh my God, this poor guy in the morning who can't pronounce on Fox News. Please get this guy. He can't pronounce words. It's sad. It's sad. It really is. Seriously, you don't. Just. We're not talking Paula Deen accent. We're talking somebody who's not saying words that exist. You know what I'm saying? You know that woman, what's her name? Megan Dagan. She's got that, I don't know what the hell. She talks like this kind of, she, but she says the word, but she has it with an accent. This other poor guy. This is horrible. The whole thing sucks. I'm watching this stuff. I mean, I'm watching. Do you know who doesn't get it? Can I say something? Do you know who doesn't get it? Piers Morgan doesn't understand what a come mierda he is. Any of you West Tampa folks out there, you know what I'm talking about? He's absolutely does not get anything. He's a joke. Except his interview of Bernard Giles. That was very good. He doesn't get it. He has people on and he wants them to fight. He goes, how did I do? He is like these other people. When he talks about Israel and Iran or whatever, it's in this. He bends the facts to fit his worldview. He's like the biased juror. It's the most incredible thing I've ever heard in my life. It's like the biased juror who says, well, I'm going to see things my way. Did anybody ever think, I'm changing the subject, did anybody ever think about tell Israel, they're throwing crap at you. What? This Iran, what are they doing? These are these lousy drones. You're spending $4 billion to knock these out. I know you got to do something, but this is crap. You can handle 200 nights of this? They're throwing garbage at you. What is this? Plus, they're getting to see where all of your Iron Dome and this. I mean, do you know what's? Do you know what's? So Piers Morgan was on with somebody the other day, and they said, "Well, do you know that it was a complete and total failure?" It's like, Piers, are you listening to anybody? To draw fire and to $4 billion, it costs you to do that? What are you? Do you know even do? It's like during Vietnam when General Jap or Zap, I think it's pronounced with a Z. He was the most incredible thing. You ever hear him? He said, grab him by the buckle, pull him in like this, pull Americans in like this, bring them real close to you. So this way, if there's any kind of artillery fire or whatever, they can't attack them, and then take off into the night. He rewrote guerrilla warfare. America sent planes, logistics, helicopters, bombs, artillery, men, everything. But just these guys are walking around with a rifle, bag of rice. They're in the tunnels. They're out there. Do you know that the Viet Cong, the NVA, whatever, during the Ho Chi Minh Trail, they had bicycles. They had bikes. One night somebody says, we blew up, destroyed 10,000 trucks. Wow, that's pretty good. This person said, they've got 100,000. Now, when people read the battle and read the enemy, nobody says, well, you're just un-American. No, I'm telling you the truth. See, that's why I don't fit in here. It's like, excuse me, are you, I know you've got one particular, whatever, but do you hear what you're saying? Do you hear what you're saying? They've got these people on who say, whatever you do, Iran is just, they're in the Stone Age. They're in huts. They throw spears. They're nothing. Hezbollah, they can't compete with us. Really? No way. Sounds familiar. General Zapp said that. No. You don't understand. The Americans, Israel, we've got this superior. We have superior. Really? Okay. By the way, have you wiped out Hamas yet? No. Really? 100 and whatever day. Have you nothing yet? Do you know where anybody is? What about the hostages? Can you get them out? I hope you get them out. Are we any clearer? What's going on here? What are you talking about? That's all I'm asking. What are you talking about? So people create these things. It's just like they talk about Trump. Well, he paid Stinky Daniels because he wanted to keep the voters from knowing the truth. So he kept her from it. Don't you understand? He kept the voters from the truth because they didn't know that this was it. And he intended to defraud them. It's like, are you kidding me? Hush money, as you call it, an NDA? Where is what you said in the indictment? Anywhere? Nowhere. I don't get it. 5-star plan says, but if the jury is dishonest, can't they say, yes, there was a crime, even if there wasn't, just so they can convict Trump? Absolutely. Of course they can. The whole group just takes one. They got what, 7 men, 5 women, or something like that. Just takes one. Hang them up. Mistrial. Do it again. Just takes one to sit there and say, this is nonsense. And I hope that one gets kind of pushed around. The one who doesn't like them, the one who I hope that they break into the more jurors you have, the more you have a chance for there to be a sect, a group of the cool kids. You got that? 5-star plan, by the way. Thank you. But you see what I'm saying? You have a number of people who say, oh, you get some poor guy who doesn't. Maybe he's not wearing the right clothes, or maybe he's not getting the right respect he should be getting. That's something I always. I hope they have little cliques and cliques and groups of people in there who are just miserable and horrible. Stand by for a second, dear friends. Because you know what I'm going to talk about right now? That's right. That's right. Our dear friend Mike Lindell. And our dear friends from MyPillow, MyPillow.com, promo code Lionel, Well, it's time yet again to hail and salute our great friends at MyPillow.com. And if you use promo code Lionel, you get a free gift. No purchase necessary. I know, a free gift. Gifts are free. Okay, it's a tautology, so sue me. But listen to me and listen carefully. What are we talking about here? Down comforters, flannel sheets, Giza Dream bed sheets, MyPillow 2.0 body pillows, waffle blankets, couch and recliner pillows, sheets, slippers, percales. I'm not even done yet. Towels, quilts, bedspreads, mattresses, mattress covers, mattress toppers, linens, kitchen towels, bathrobes, pet blankets, bolster pillows, name it. Items to help you luxuriate and relax. And their monster sellers, slippers, my slippers, slip-ons, moccasins. Think about it. What do they do at My Pillow? What's their main goal? To make things real soft, plush, real comfy, or comfy as I say it. How perfect. So here's the link right now. Go to mypillow.com/Lionel. mypillow.com, promo code Lionel or /Lionel, or call 800-645-4965. 800-645-4965. And watch how fast our good friend Mike Lindell answers the phone. mypillow.com, promo code Lionel, simply and absolutely the best. Now, does anybody think that the judge is going to be crazy enough to not let President Trump go to Barron's high school graduation? Come on. You know and I know. He's got to act tough at first, but they're not going to tell him. No, you can't go. Please. If he doesn't, this is bad news for Barron. I don't know if Barron cares, but I mean, maybe he does, but that would be the greatest thing for him. It's like, you know what? You can do what you want to me, but to do that to my son, his high school graduation, I was so proud of him. And you did that to me? Have you no shame? I mean, can you just see? I wouldn't give him. I say, of course you can go to the, come back the next day. Sure, we can. Absolutely. And by the way, Judge Mershon did not say you can't go. He said you probably won't. But can you imagine being that stupid? And I hope they sit back and they say, okay, count one. Here comes Michael Cohen. Michael Cohen's fun to kind of slap around. Michael Cohen, where? Oh, yeah. You went to prison, didn't you? For lying. But you're not lying now, are you? Right? Is that it? Yeah. Okay. I've had enough of you. Sit down. Get up. Stormy Daniels. How many films have you been in? What? How many films have you been in? Films. Let them look at her. People find adult film stars disgusting. Women are going to hate her. I hope she comes in. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. All right, Betty Boop, have a seat. How many films have you been in? How many partners have you? I mean, just look at this. And I'm telling you right now, this is an incubator for skank. Because as you probably know more than anybody else, you know, if they're wearing protective stuff, if they're wearing condoms, as we say, nobody wants to see that. So that means she's having unprotected sex with not regular people, but fellow porn skeeves. Oh, she's real attractive, isn't she? Yeah, well, classy. Keeping it classy, right? Right? Is that what it's about? Stormy? Is that what it is? Seriously, how many of you folks, honestly, look up to a woman who's a porn star? Anybody? Anybody? Does anybody say so? Porn star. Ugh. That's got to be tough work, huh? The worst thing you want to hear is cut. Oh no. All right, let's break for lunch. Privates. Remember all those terrible. So this is where we are, dear friends. This is where we are. So anyway, the best news is we'll find out what happens tomorrow. President Trump has got to maintain his cool, has got to maintain his decorum, has got to maintain his way of thinking. Just remain cool. Don't make eye contact. Don't be disrespectful to the jurors, but just look like you got nothing to hide. You're in a church, and you're just sitting there, and you're just listening. Don't look down. Don't talk. Don't smirk. Don't laugh. Don't point things out. Makes it look like you're nervous. Just sit back and just say, like, this isn't hurting me. Okay. And that's it. And that's what I hope. And that's what I trust and I pray will happen then. That's what I hope. So 5-star plan. Thank you so very much. What a delight. Christos Stavru, my brother, the honey man. Thank you, dear friends. Lori Cuck. God bless you. And JTE. Thank you as well, dear friend. Thank you as well. So listen, we'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. See if something new happens. We'll go through the testimony. Remember, look at the indictment. Do it the way I did it. A lot of ands in there. You find one reasonable doubt. That's it. Count one is out. Takes one. One reasonable doubt. It's and. If you eliminate one and, it's done. You got it? Good. Thank you, my friends. Thank you. Don't forget 8 p.m. Check out the new video. You're gonna like this one. It's you'll find it funny. I'll bet you there's some people who won't get it. But then again, that's the way story of my life. All right, dear folks, have a great and glorious day. Don't ever change. I mean that sincerely. And until we meet again tomorrow at 8 a.m., I say to you, dear friends, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue you. Da-da.